Okay, hey, this is Kanice. We're here with Curly Q. So,
Hey, what's up? What's up?
can you tell me a little about yourselves?
We start with me. So I'm Frank, Curly Frank. I've been playing music for since I was like 7. I've been, I love it so much. It's been a really main focus of my life for a long time now. Yeah.
My name is Ben. I play guitar and sing in Curly Q. I've been playing music in and out of bands for many years, and it's so fun to have a lot of creative control and get to play pop punk all the time.
Hi, I'm Xavier. I play lead guitar and I do backup vocals. And like Frank, I've been playing music since I was a kid. Like I played trumpet in high school and middle school. I picked up guitar in high school, and then once I moved here to Tally, I got introduced to the music scene, and that was pretty fun. And then finally, I'm glad to just be on stage, because I remember when I first moved here, saw the scene, I was like, whoa, that's cool. Like I didn't know that could be a thing. That there's bands that with people that and you get to meet them and whatnot. You meet a lot of cool people, and finally I get to be on the stage with these amazing people. So it's awesome.
All right. I'm just putting my phone in Do Not Disturb. Okay, so how
Yeah, I know. I could tell.
did you guys get into music? Okay, well, you guys kind of answered
Yeah.
that without. How did you guys meet?
So, Franco and I met each other in high school. The very beginning of high school, we were in the marching band together.
High school.
Yeah.
It was the last day of 8th grade
Wow.
when we met.
Oh, I know the story. Yeah, it's a good
All
story.
right, you want to go with
Yeah, I'll make it quick.
first?
So, last day of 8th grade, you go to the high school's marching band. It's an 8th grade practice camp. And I didn't know who Franco was. I saw him across the room wearing an Attila tank top. Attila is a very weird, heavy,
Very
hardcore
weird.
Warped Tour band.
Very weird.
I didn't like them, but I knew it was a Warped Tour band. So I went up to him and I'm like, do you like bands? Do you like bands? Because I like bands. I just wanted to meet another friend that likes bands. And he's like,
Yeah, no. So really, when he came up to me, I was just kind of.
What's this weirdo doing?
He
What's this
kind
kid's
of came
problem?
up to me. He was like, "You like bands?" I'm sitting here like, what the hell is this guy talking about? Yeah, clearly I like bands. I have wristbands up to the elbow. I'm wearing like a Warped Tour tank top. So I thought he was pulling my leg, but once school started, a very, very good friendship came
Yeah.
about,
Yeah.
and I couldn't be happier with it. So
yeah, me too.
So I met Ben first. So again, when I moved here, Ben was originally part of the band Northy. In my opinion, the best band in Tallahassee.
Thank you.
But no, Muse was hosting an open mic at Kamikaze, and I played there. And then a bunch of my friends at the time were like, "Oh, Ben from Northy's here. Ben from Northy's here." And I was like, "Who's that?" But everyone was talking about him like he was a big deal. And then I see him play, and then I started going to like Northy's shows and stuff. And I started talking to Ben like, "Hey, can I get your set list? Can I get your drumstick? Whatever." And eventually, like, he knew my name, pretty much.
It started out
Yeah.
as being very appreciative of a big fan.
Yeah, I was a
But-
fan. I was a
yeah.
fan for sure.
And I loved him for that.
I
But then I got to know him. He's an extremely talented guitarist, and I had to poach him from his other bands so he could play with us.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. What made you guys want to start a band together? Like, what officially?
Oh, dude.
I don't know. Frank and I. Anyway, I was in a position where I wanted to make a new band, and Frank is a musician,
it's true.
and he likes the same music that I do.
Also true.
So it kind of just seemed to
Seemed
make
natural.
sense.
Yeah.
It made sense. And then it was only the two of us. We kind of needed to
I feel
fill.
like every best friend is like, dude, we should start a band.
Yeah,
Gotta do it at some point just to see how
Yeah.
it goes.
Yeah.
We've been
And
singing.
thankfully, it's been doing pretty well.
Yeah.
So in terms of me, I was in a couple bands here and there, and then Curly Q started up, and they didn't have like a lead guitarist. And then currently, Ben and I are in a different band called Mutual Friends, and we have just kind of been casually playing and whatnot. But Ben came up to me after one of our rehearsals and was like, "Dude, I need a lead guitarist. I want to be able to cover that."
Mhm.
So he asked me to play for
It's
Curly
true.
Q, and I've been with him ever since.
He was the best around.
It's seriously an honor. Like
Wow.
I
can't believe this.
I looked up to you, dude.
I know it.
I did,
And
and now I get to play with him.
well, you make it better. I'm so glad. Thank you.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. So sweet.
All right. So where did the name Curly Q come from?
Okay.
Good question.
You can answer that.
Who knows?
I still have the song saved. in
You
the
can
playlist, maybe.
you can all, exactly. You can all give your own interpretations of the answer. So,
Alright.
you know,
I was gonna give like
Go ahead.
the architecture answer.
You go ahead,
So,
please.
curly Q is just another fancy word for a spiral.
Mhm.
Really, just
Yeah.
a spiral. Spiral staircase.
Mhm.
A spiral. A little pasta.
Yum.
Could be a curly Q.
It's true.
Look it up if you don't believe me. It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You should not
there's
believe
the other one. There's the other
Yeah.
answer.
So
Mine is better though.
I agree. He probably has the best, most believable one. I'll let the viewer decide their interpretation. There's this band called Prince Daddy and the Hyena that I'm a big fan of. They have a song called Curly Q, so I kind of just picked that one. I think the letter Q is very unique and it sticks out in your mind. And my hair is very curly. I don't know if you can tell right now. It's very curly.
That's the real reason. It's just his
Gang,
hair.
gang.
Q from Possible Jokers.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
That's where the Q comes from.
Yeah, that's one reason. Do you have anything?
I don't.
It's not QAnon. Don't
No.
think that. Okay, my mom is very concerned. So don't. It's not that. All right.
So what makes you guys stand out? What makes you guys stand out from other bands?
Honestly, there's a lot of rock bands here, like very emo, like metal, and bands like Soul Candy, like they're more like a jam band, kind of funky,
Mhm.
and Strictly Liquid is the same thing. But I think really, at least from what I've seen, we're the only pop punk band.
Yeah.
You know that show. We're very good friends learning to swim.
Yeah. Oh yes, they're great. Shout out to them. We love Rob.
Yeah.
Zach.
Dude, that
They're
band,
all great guys.
that band is doing things very similar to us, and that's why we're big fans of them. But before, when the band was started, I think we were filling a very untapped niche that was specifically pop punk and emo.
Yeah.
Beforehand, most of the rock bands in town kind of just had tinges of emo and pop punk.
Yeah, it was a lot of alt rock for
Yeah.
sure. Like Arctic Monkeys is really popular. A lot of like Rage Against the Machine, Deftones, like stuff like that. But yeah, no, yeah. Very indie stuff too.
Yeah.
But we're really the only pop punk band,
Yeah,
consistent one at least.
I agree.
Okay. The fact you were mentioning bands actually leads into the next question. So, who are some of your musical influences, and how can we hear it through your music?
Here,
Oh,
you go. You can go.
I'll be able to hear it, but I take, I don't only do like pop punk. Yeah, I have my own little side
Yeah.
rap thing.
Yeah.
But musically, I do take like production wise after people like The Alchemist. I just love his style production wise. I'm a big fan of Kendrick and stuff. Pop punk.
Yeah.
I've really been. It all started with bands like Pierce the Veil, Sleeping with Stars, a lot of Warped Tour bands that I looked up to a lot, and I always dreamed about playing music like they did.
Yeah.
Some of the bands aren't really around anymore. Some of them
Right.
are.
No.
Fortunate, but
My general answer is pretty much any band that would play at Warped Tour, but with Curly Q specifically, my main influences are bands like Modern Baseball and Mom Jeans and Heart Attack Man.
Which you got me into. So
So there you go. It's good stuff.
great
They
band.
all have very similar tastes.
Me, in high school and middle school, I listened to a lot of 21 Pilots. That's really what I listened to, and then just like random music that I just liked. But in terms of guitar, I like classic rock a lot. I like Jimi Hendrix, Stevie Ray Vaughan, like all the blues guys, B.B. King, all that. And I also
big
like
Neil Diamond guy over there.
I also like classic rock stuff like Slash and AC/DC, all that stuff.
You could hear that in your
Yeah, you can definitely hear it in my solos. You can hear a lot of rock and blues influence.
Yeah, you could definitely hear a lot of Kodak Black in my bass playing.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can hear some Lil Wayne in my solos.
What songs did you guys perform tonight?
Oh,
We did.
we did some originals.
Yeah.
Tell me about the original,
Yeah.
the special.
Yeah.
We have 4 original songs, which are all recorded and are set to be released on streaming services in February of this year. They're called Lunar New Year, First Glance,
Irish
Dr.
Divine.
Mint, Irish
Oh yeah,
Dr. Mint,
Toboggan, which Frank wrote.
yeah,
Did, right?
Frank
That's
wrote
Frank's
that.
song.
And then we played Your Graduation, which is a cover by Modern Baseball.
Yeah.
So, what is the importance of events like this to Tallahassee music community, and especially the rock community?
Oh.
Exposure.
Yeah.
It's really just trying to get ourselves anywhere possible and trying to move the crowd. As long as one person is engaged, I'm happy. I feel extremely fulfilled that somebody is there enjoying the music that I'm playing. It's a really rewarding feeling, and I want to do it for as long as possible. and in as big of a setting as possible.
Yeah, I'm glad to be playing live music. I feel like live music is kind of losing. Like when you think of like the 70s and the 80s and even the 90s, like that was like huge time for
Definitely.
rock music, especially and live shows and whatnot. But I feel like I don't know, we're keeping the music alive. You know, keeping rock alive, keeping live music alive.
Yeah. Tallahassee has a much more active and enthusiastic music scene than I ever would have expected.
Also, you meet like amazing people. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you meet so many people here,
Yeah.
and it's great. Not only bands, but also just fans. Like I was saying, you know, I was a fan of Ben and his band, and now we're playing together. But it's awesome to meet people like that, like really cool people that share the love of music.
Nice. So, what was your favorite part of the event tonight?
Honestly, getting to see the other bands, and also, I mean, it was freezing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of enjoy the cold. My fingers didn't like it that much. But
Yeah, no, yeah.
I personally did. Yeah, it was. I don't know. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I always enjoy playing
Yeah.
the songs that we wrote together.
Absolutely.
I think we all agree that tonight was our best performance.
Oh, for
yet.
sure. For
Yeah.
sure.
So
For sure.
the show itself
You guys.
was my favorite part.
Thank you.
Yeah, we went surprisingly well.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, it was seriously our best one yet. So that was very fun.
I really like when people come up to us after.
Yeah, I'm surprised every time how many people come up and say things. Are very
Especially like, you know, the people, those fans that come to every show. Like, they
Yeah.
Say, oh, thanks for coming. But then there's those new faces.
right.
Those are
It's awesome.
really cool.
And the snack bar, you got free snacks
Oh,
and
yeah.
drinks.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part.
I was fed the whole time.
Yeah.
So, for people who have never heard your music, what would be the top song that you guys would recommend? Each of you.
The top song?
Yeah, like
Oh, for our music?
I would say Lunar New Year.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a nice it's slow at times. It's really heavy at other times. There's a lot of dynamics in it. A lot of emotion that goes into playing that song and listening to it.
Yeah.
It really is just
Yeah.
it's a really overwhelming song emotionally for me, honestly.
Yeah.
A lot of fun
You
to play.
can always tell we always get
it's
and
really
we always
fun.
get really into it.
Really?
when we play that song.
Yeah, great
But-
song.
Same with Mantis though. I really like.
Yeah,
I
was gonna
honestly
say
that's
that.
probably my
It's a
favorite.
fun song.
That's
you know?
probably my
Yeah,
favorite one that we play.
That would have been my answer. It's very catchy and fast and fun.
I love seeing like the crowd always gets so into it.
Yeah.
Like it's amazing.
those lyrics are relatable.
Yeah.
so, guys. This is my last question for you guys. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this show.
Thank you.
Thanks for having
Thank
us.
you.
What can we expect to see from you guys in the near future, or just in the future in general? Like, what do you guys have coming up?
Well, like we said, we have the EP coming out very,
Grammys.
very soon.
Yeah, Grammys.
Grammys. On
We're gonna
top
play
of
a show.
Grammys on top of Grammys. Shelves
Yeah.
stocked.
We have to buy more bookshelves at our house
Yeah.
for the Grammys. We're gonna fly to Mars to play a show, I think, in a few months.
Very soon.
So tickets are very, very expensive.
You got to talk to Bezos about that.
Yeah. No, we have our debut EP coming
Mhm.
very soon, about a month.
Extremely soon.
So we're very excited. I
Any
think.
upcoming shows or anything too?
So yeah,
Yeah.
the one that's confirmed is January 28th.
Yes.
at
926. Yeah.
And then I think we're gonna play at Club Down Under February 1st at their
Yes.
emo night,
Yeah.
which we are very excited about.
Well, thank you guys so much, Curly Q, for
having
being a part of this concert and doing this interview with
Thank
Goldie
you so
Sound.
much. Thanks for having us.
Really appreciate you guys.
Thank you. Mwah. Love you. Bye. Yes. Good job.
There we go.
Good.
Wrap it up.
Good.